This is the Remus Babe Ruth. Let's get into 2 Minute Tuesday and start talking notes. As always, we're going to start with color. You see we got a pretty typical bourbon color, so at 8 years we kind of expect that out of MGP. Viscosity-wise, not the craziest viscosity. We're getting some legs through here, but we'll see how that shows up on the palate. They are hanging there pretty long, but they're very sparse. Let's get into the nose. It's definitely way different than the usual nose that you get on any of the high rye, the standard high rye, the 36%. That extra rye content brings a lot more spice forward and also a slightly pine note. Like pine sol-y. Hopefully it doesn't get chemically on the palate, but it's a lot of the very typical MGP. There's a little bit of spice, kind of a black pepperish thing going on, a bit of leather, a bit of oak. That kind of pine note, like I said, is coming through pretty strong, and just a hint of mint in the rye spice that's coming forward because the rye is so prevalent in the blend. Let's get on the palate. It's not super minty, which is good. A lot of ryes are very, very minty to me, so thankfully there's just like a very, very small hint of it, but it's lots of spice. It's very, very spice forward, very peppery, which I tend to like in MGP, but the whole sip, like from the very front of your palate all the way into the finish, is very spicy and peppery, but not hot. I want to be very, very clear. It's not like this is ethanol-y or anything like that. It's just lots of barrel spice is really coming forward, being really, really prevalent. A little very faint kind of caramel sweetness that's in there. Quite a bit of oak and leather that's coming through. So this is a much more like savory bourbon. And if you're into that, which MGP for me is very typically a very savory profile, kind of digging it. That touch of pine is there. They get pine tar off a bat or something, but there's just like a hint of that kind of like piney thing, pine needles kind of stuff going on. But it's very, very small. The big thing is really that very spice forward, oak and leather kind of thing. None of the citrus that I occasionally get out of MGP is present. Yeah, coming back into this, lots of spice, a little bit of caramel, really small amount of vanilla, that little bit of mint and pine. So this is kind of woodsy. If you're looking for something that's more savory and giving you a bit more spice in your profile, this actually is not bad. So let's talk overall score for the Remus Babe Ruth. 65.